If you are part or become a victim of this kidnapping, all you need to do not struggle with them. You do not have what it takes to defend yourself. All you need to do is, when they take you to their vehicle, make sure you lie down very well.
It's another new day with a new beginning. As Biafra continue to make progress, a lot of informations are coming out, and I bet you more energy, more strength is being gathered by Biafra as the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, continue to do exploit. Biafran government continue to do exploit on various stages. Please, like and share this program. Share to family and friends. Share to your neighbors. Share to everyone that is close to you. It is very important that people get informed. Remember, in this platform, we bring information that has to do with the restoration of independent state of Biafra. We bring information that are coming from the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, Master Simon Ekpa. In this platform, we say things the way it is. If you are paying attention, you cannot be deceived. Please like and share. Make sure that everyone gets this information. On today's program, I'm going to share with you a very remarkable video. I want you to pay attention to this very video. As the restoration of independent state of Biafra is drawing close, the media in the zoo is making reports. I want you to pay attention and hear what they want to say. Every information is important to us. Pay attention and listen to what is coming from this media and what they have to say. Let's watch.
We have come to analyze the press or the speech, the so-called independent speech of the president. You can see we do not have time to waste. Sound all right? So we not go back on point. All right, I believe that the sound is better now. I believe that the sound is better now. All right, welcome to the program. Welcome to the program. You are watching live and direct on Enter Biafra Channel 1. The analysis of the Independent Day speech of the fake man in Aso Rock. I want you all to pay attention to something we are going to do this evening for you to understand the work the Islamists, bandits, jihadists, extremists like the man in Aso Rock and the presidency of Nigeria, they are doing. I want you to understand one thing. For those who don't believe yet that the Islamization of Nigeria is real, I pity for you. I really pity for you. Because those who do not listen, we always end in a very sorrowful way. Very, very sorrowful way. So I have come today to bring to your notice some of the reasons why we believe that if you do not join hands to destroy Nigeria now, Nigeria will destroy you. I want everybody to pay attention very attentively. You see, when they tell you you do not have right to talk, tell them that your rights start when their own rights stop. When they tell you do not have right to request and demand for your freedom, tell them where their laws stop is where your own right start. When they tell you you can't talk in Nigeria, that you have no right to request for your freedom and demand for your freedom, tell them if it is to take AK-47, if it requires taking machine gun, if it requires taking aircraft, gunboats, if it requires taking nuclear weapon to get Biafra and get our freedom, we are ready to do it. And time shall tell. Tell them that we are requesting and demanding for freedom through a democratic process. And should in case that democratic process did not work, we are ready to toe the same line like other nations. We are ready to toe the same line like other nations of the world. Those who fought war several years, we are ready to toe that line. That's why some of you must be ready. Whatever they are doing to you today is to prepare your mind for what is to come. But what we are promising you, if we go into this war at the end of the day, believe me, it can never be the same. It can never be the same as the 1967 and 1970. It can never be the same. Never. But let me tell you that from history, almost every country of the world that fought for independence went through war. That is not to say that we are preaching war, but just to prepare your mind. Just to prepare your mind that if that is what it is going to take for us to get our freedom, we will be ready for it. Not just we will be ready, but believe me, we are going to do everything to leave Nigeria. Everything. Because Africa is regarded as third world countries. Africa. Africa is third world continent, third world countries. The countries of Africa are regarded as third world. We don't know which one is the second world country. They jumped from the first, they gave you people third world. So we don't know which one is the category of the second world country. We don't know yet. But I believe that, by yourself, you can figure that out yourself. Which are the countries that you can look at today and say they are the second world country. So, we are not just here to romance word. We are here and we mean business. So the third world country you are is that everything that works in the West, that is the first class countries, doesn't work for you. What it means is that the right you have as, the right the people in the first class or first world country have, you as an African black, you don't have it. Okay? You don't have right to demand for Brexit. You don't have right to go to the European Union and walk up to the European Union and demand that you want to Brexit. Okay? You don't have that right. That right is only the property of the people in the Western world and America. We also understand that some of these countries fought war, a very deadly war, to gain their freedom from different countries. Like the one I'm living in, or the one we stay in, Finland. Finland fought a very deadly war with Russia. Okay? To gain independence. People died. They fought war. Today, Finland is doing well. Better than Russia. Better than Russia. But I believe that if Finland happened to be in Africa, because at the same time, Finland understands the importance of freedom. Finland understands. Finland knows how important it is for you to have your freedom. During the Biafra war, there are so many Finnish people in Biafra land working under missionaries. There are these vet doctors and what have you. They were in Biafra land because they know the importance of freedom. Finnish people supported Biafrans. Even when your children, when our mothers, when our parents were dying of hunger by starvation, Finland was in the spirit with us, both spiritually and physically. The children in Finland were being reminded on a daily basis. Each time they bring food to them in the school, they tell them, they remind them that as you are here in Finland eating, Finnish children, remember that the Biafran children are dying in Africa. Finland, in the 60s, they were in solidarity with Biafra. Those children who were also almost starving in the school in Finland here because Biafra children are dying of hunger, they are still alive today. Some of them are now 70 years. Some of them are now 80 years old. Some of them are 75 years old. And those who grow up to hear the history of Biafra, how Nigeria committed genocide against Biafra people, they tell the story. Their grandmother passed the story to their children. In Finland, they tell their children, you know, if you grow up, fight for Biafra. I have come across several people in Finland who told me that their grandmother instructed them to fight for Biafra. Can you believe that? As they were growing up as kids, their grandmother instructed them, when you grow up, fight for Biafra people. Some of you don't know. You don't know this. When we do some of the things we do, you don't know what we're doing, where it is coming from, you know, the inspiration of how we put time and our energy in the struggle for Biafra. You don't know where we draw that inspiration. You don't know. But what I'm telling you today is a fact. As I'm talking to you today, there are Finnish people who never visited Africa in their life. But their parents, their grandparents told them, if you have the opportunity, fight for Biafra. Some of them, this story were told to them in 1970s, in 1980s, and it lived in them. Some of them may have forgotten the story of Biafra, but you know what? That is why God put people like us in this country. It is the reason God put me in this country. I had the opportunity to go to the United States to study, free of charge. About 5 or 6 universities in the United States gave me scholarship, full scholarship, free of charge. Schools in the United States all the schools were running after me. Come to us, come to us. I have almost about 5 different universities in the US sending me I-20 the same time. If you know what is I-20? I-20 the first time. At the same time, I have so many universities in the United States. They gave me scholarship to come and study in the US. I may have shared this story, but I want to share this in a very different way. And the records are there. I was given a scholarship by University of Southern Alabama. The records are there. I was given a scholarship by University of Memphis. Go check it. The records are there. I was given scholarship by McKendree College. I was given scholarship by Missouri Baptist University. I was given scholarship by Paso, Texas. But you know what? I didn't go to the United States. So that is the reason why, for those of you, I can begin to mention names of great universities in the US who want me today, tomorrow, then. For those of you who find yourself in the US and you are a Biafran, it is not everybody, but there are specific individuals that your reason for being in America is to participate in restoring Biafra. So when God brings me to Finland, it is for a purpose. But I'm not telling you this to understand it. It's the things of the Spirit. Alenora Okoro say, your accent would have been real cowboy. so Alenora, you are only worried about this Texas cowboy, right? Because sometimes when you are looking at and listening to all these things going on, you just wonder, because a lot of people, what people don't know is bigger than them. I always say this thing: what you don't know is bigger than you. So a lot of people in this Finland you see, they know the history of Biafra more than some of you that are shouting today on social media. People in Finland, Finnish people, not black, not African, Finnish people, some of them followed Biafra's war, they followed Biafra history, they followed it because there is some connection. That is a very big connection. That connection is what we are yet to know. Because I still wonder, I am still wondering, I am still asking myself, how come of all countries of the world, Biafra adopted Finlandia hymn as a national anthem, and is a Finnish man that composed Biafra national anthem. I have been asking myself, what was the connection between Biafra and Finland? But you know, the people of today are not interested. in digging out something. They are not interested. I have said this, I have told you this story before. A man called Joan Sibelius. Joan Sibelius composed Biafra national anthem. And he was the man, one of the greatest violinist or pianist or whatever they call it. He was one of the greatest. He composed Biafra national anthem, national hymn called Finlandia. He composed Biafra. So my people, I want you to just sit back and watch, and just violinist or something. I want you to just sit back, think about this, that as far back as 1960, 1961, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, Biafra national anthem was composed by a Finnish man. As far back, vocalist, or as far back as 1967. Somebody from Finland composed Biafra national anthem. I want you to think about it. There is something God is going to do from this country we are. God is going to do something from this Finland. It doesn't matter how you cajole it. It doesn't matter how you mock it. It doesn't matter how you laugh over it. It is the end that justifies the means. Okay, the end justifies the means. As I'm talking to you today, there is a church in Finland called the Temple Church. In Finnish, they call it Tempelikirko. The Tempelikirko is a temple church. That temple church, that Tempelikirko, was built during the Biafra-Nigeria war. Do you know what Finland people did? Do you want to know what Finland people did? They staged protests against building that church. Finland people say you can't use this money, millions of mark, Finnish mark, to build church while Biafra people are dying of hunger. Have you ever heard of that story? Do you know about such story? Do you know that there was a heavy protest in Finland telling the Christians in Finland that you can't build that church with millions of marks? Why Biafra people in Africa, Biafra children, were dying of hunger, and they want to use money to build church? They cannot accept it. Do you want to see the video? Do you want to see the video? I'm not prepared to show you I said today is to analyze the man in Asoro. But I just want to lay a foundation before I go into what I'm about to do today. So, do you care? Do you want to see the video of Finnish people protesting against building a church? And they want the government of Finland, they want the church of Finland to send the money to Biafra for them to get food. You want to see the video? Everybody want to see the video. Now, our own is that we they do it a show. Let me show you a video of Finnish people protesting for Biafra, telling the church not to spend millions of mark to build the church, that they should send the money to Biafra. I want you to watch. One moment. One moment. First of all, let me start by showing you the picture of Biafra on the rock. What you see here, you can see Biafra on the rock. As I'm talking to you today, this Biafra you see is still in the rock of this church.
Hei vaan, mä oon pastori Ilkka Niemistö ja me ollaan täällä Temppelijalkion kirkon huoltotunnelissa. Tällaisen yli 50 vuotta vanhan graffitin äärellä. Silloin kun tätä kirkkoa rakennettiin, niin tätä rakennusprojektia aika vahvasti vastustettiin. Kristilliset ylioppilaat maalasivat useamman kerran tällaiset Biafra-viestit tänne kirkon perustuksiin. He halusivat sillä lailla vastustaa tätä kirkon rakennusprojektia. Tämä Biafra viittaa Biafran itsenäisyyssotaa seuranneeseen nälänhätään. Ja näiden kristillisten ylioppilaiden mielestä niin rakennusrahat olisi mieluummin pitänyt käyttää maailman hädänalaisten auttamiseen. Tällaisen jälkeen he jättivät.
Are you seeing Biafra? Are you seeing Biafra in the tunnel? This was done by university student in Finland, Finnish university student. And this thing you see is still there in that church till today, after 50 years. And I'm going to bring a video where Finnish people were protesting. Let us watch. This is a story.
Ja jokainen meistä elämässään jättää tietysti monenlaisia jälkiä. On niitä jälkiä, joista olemme ylpeitä ja onnellisia, joita haluamme esitellä muillekin. Ja sitten tietysti meillä kaikilla on niitäkin jälkiä, jotka mieluummin haluaisimme unohtaa, joiden toivoisimme pyyhkiytyvän pois. Jokainen kohtaaminen jättää jonkinlaisen jäljen mieleen, pienen tai suuren.
I do not need to.
I thank God for the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. Biafran people are going to defend themselves. If it's going to take everyone out to defend Biafra, we will do that till the last man standing. May Chukwu Okikabiyama continue to guide our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okikabiyama continue to guide our Liberation Army. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity and equity. We move airborne. Thank you, as they say.